Can't see the green light. Testing. I think we're working. I think we're on here.
We're on here, boys.
I'll clip it on me for now. I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, mate.
Alright. Hang on, I'll turn around.
It's your boys coming at you here.
That's it. Oh, if it works like that, that's pretty easy. Like,
Yeah, mate.
it's a little bit of setup, but
I've got it locked in. The legs are on.
yeah, we're both in frame. Maybe a little bit off center, but that's alright.
It's all good. First one.
First one. So, I don't know. I guess this is the start of a little mini series that I want to film, documenting our journey. Ideally definitely onto the World Championships in Rio in 10 weeks' time from today. Obviously still pending selection, but looking very likely that will go ahead. We'll find that out in a few weeks. Today is the 8th of January, Monday. We've had gym this morning and we're on our way to the track now, but I want to treat this as a bit of a introduction as to what we're going to be trying to do and achieve over the next little period. So the plan from my end is to kind of film a training session during the week, ideally film gym and track or a decent day of training, and then upload a video every week. And then as time progresses, potentially there's opportunities to film a couple more sessions during the week. But the idea is that this doesn't take away from training and doesn't get in the way of our goal and what we're trying to do, but also to showcase what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve over the next few months. And it also goes back to why I enjoy photography and all that, and the videography side of things, is it's a way of capturing moments and documenting the journey, because it's often that, you know, as athletes we get to the finish line or the main event and no one sees the journey and the day-to-day and the behind the scenes, and you don't get to understand the trials and tribulations. So this is my take on trying to showcase what we're going through and what we're going to be doing, and what we're trying to achieve, and hopefully inspire someone else to potentially follow in our footpaths, or even just motivate someone else to do something similar. And yeah, the idea of this is it's straightforward, it's simple, it's authentic, it's just us being who we are, and, you know, trying to not have super fancy cuts and all these kinds of things. There is a time and place for that, but the style of this is to show you the day-to-day inside of what we're doing and what we're working towards. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at. And I guess also to today an introduction into Kane and his journey, and how he's got here and where we're both at with this journey, and what we're trying to achieve and get out of, and where we're trying to get to in, you know, the coming months and the rest of this year. So the microphone will be a bit of a pass to and from between each other to, you know, stop us from talking over one another. But
Mate, it's the talking stick, like in primary school.
Yeah, talking stick. That's
Here we are. I got the microphone now. So hello everyone. I'm a little bit nervous in front of the microphone and the camera, so I'm not used to it. You seem like a bit of a natural over there, mate. That was unbelievable. So
not my first time.
So I mean, I guess 10 weeks out from Worlds, pending selection. Really exciting time. It really feels like we're on the cusp of something special here, and I guess we're putting ourselves in the best position to put our best foot forward come race day to go as quick as we possibly can. We're showing up every training session. Had a pretty big double day today with Jim this morning. We're both feeling a little bit cooked, but
Yep.
we just discussed that's the exciting part, and that's the fun of it. In a weird and wonderful way, there's something great about crawling out of the gym and knowing that in a few hours' time you've got to get it going again. And I couldn't think of anything better to do on a Monday than to challenge myself physically and mentally at that level. And I guess that's why I'm here today. So, like I said, my name's Kane Paris. In 2019, 2020, I made this decision to take on any new challenges that came my way and have an open mind after some deep reflections around New Year 2019, and realised that there were several missed opportunities that I had that could have led to something great, and I guess I'll never know. And it was into 2020 that I decided that I'd have that open mind into new challenges that came my way, and it was around May, June, July of 2020 that the opportunity came up, and throw down some numbers on the bike, and ultimately here we are today. But it was that split second decision and those sliding door moments in life where when the opportunity came up, I felt this deep sense of fear around taking on this opportunity, and I said no at first because of that deep fear. And then after having that reflection around that New Year's period, I was like, wait a minute. If I'm feeling that way and feeling that it was an immediate no, maybe it's something I need to lean towards. And I made that call back and took the opportunity, threw down some numbers, and like I said, here we are today. And you never know in life with those sliding door moments. So we've worked really hard over the last couple of years to get to this opportunity where we are now, and we're hoping that ultimately we can get on the green and gold and be selected for Worlds and hopefully all the way through to Paris as well. But we know deep down that we're doing everything that we possibly can in our control to be able to arrive at the line and know that we've done it. And I guess part of the reward on race day, and this is something that we discussed after Nationals a few weeks ago, part of the reward of the hard work is pulling up to the line and knowing that you've done the work and knowing that you've got the speed. So today we head out to the track and we're solidifying the things that we know is that we can go fast, and every single session we're just building that confidence. And like I said, I'm sure you feel the same way, but I feel like we're on the cusp of something special with the momentum that we've built over the last 6 months.
Yeah, 100%.
How was that, Luke?
It's pretty.
All right.
You've done well. Not bad. You get more.
Driven a fair distance there.
Yeah, you get more comfortable with it. You wanna touch on a bit more about like your journey in the process and like what you went through to get to this point now, like from I guess starting the sport, not understanding it, to then having the belief and people that have like inspired you or kind of like helped you through those tough times to kind of get to where you are now, because that all adds to the journey and the story. Because as we've discussed and touched on in the past, nothing worthwhile doing is ever easy, or nobody ever gets to the finish line and says, well, that was easy. There's always the joy and the reward comes from knowing that you've been through highs and lows and all the trials and tribulations. So do you want to touch on a bit of what you've been through in your short 3-year career, but also having experienced a lot of what some people don't or would not push through? They would have given up at the first hurdle, where you've kind of pushed yourself and stuck the course and stayed true to what you believe and what you know is capable of, and now bearing the fruits for your rewards. And that's something that we've discussed as well in many conversations in the car on the way out to the track, is that process of delayed gratification, that we very much live in that space of working today for a goal that's 10, 12 weeks down the line, months down the line, sometimes years down the line, that you don't know that the reward is coming, but you're working towards that. So you want to touch on a bit of, I guess, things that you've experienced over the last couple months and years and stuff.
I guess for me, like at the moment, like my excitement levels for challenge are just so high, and when something doesn't go right, I just think, great, this is a really good opportunity to learn from this. And this hasn't just come about suddenly. This is over the last 3 years of facing lots of challenges within the sport, and I feel like ultimately it's going to set me up incredibly for life as an elite athlete, because of the things that I've learned along the way. Like during 2020, when I came into the sport, I experienced quite a serious injury that put me on the sidelines for 10 months, and I think perspective is a hell of a thing, where now I can look back on that time where I was injured and go, this how much did I want it when I was off the bike? I don't think I truly appreciated how much I loved the challenge mentally and physically until I had it pulled away from me. And we've had a lot of support along the way to get us to where we are. We've got an incredible high performance team at the Western Australian Institute of Sport, WAIS. Both Luke and I are under scholarship there and get a lot of support from coaching staff, strength and conditioning, physio, sports psychology, dietetics. So many more. Yeah.
What else is there? Heaps of other ground staff that are behind the scenes working to help us get to the top step, or to get us to where we need to and where we need what we're trying to achieve. And we thank them a lot, and the reward for them, I feel like, is us performing well, but also being accountable to them, that they're putting so much time and effort into us that we can give back through our performance and our results. And I feel like December kind of was that reward for them. And it takes a village for athletes to kind of get to any point in life, or their top step, or whatever their career unfolds to become. It takes a huge amount of people, and we're very grateful that we've got a lot of support staff around us, helping us on our journey, and they're there to support us when we need to, and then push us also when we need to, and we can rely on them when we're in tough times, or when things are going well. They're there to celebrate our wins, and they're there for us when we're in the dumps, well, not the dumps, but just down, and they're there to pick us up and help us, guide us through. And I think, like you touched on just then, your journey, there has already been ups and downs, and things that are out of your control, but the thing that you did control was yourself and how you handle those situations. Because, like, if I remember correctly, like you were ready to give it up at that first hurdle, but you stayed the course and kept going, and as, like you said, it's led to some amazing things and a lot of life skills that you can then bring and add value to other people that you work with through your job and through your space too, but also teach you like a lot of life lessons that you bring through your life, and then can reflect back on and help others with that too. And that's the thing that I love about elite level sport and what we do, is the life lessons that you learn, and how to handle adversities and setbacks and all kinds of things. It's character building and strengthens who you are as a person, and really highlights the valuable tools that you pick up along the way to move through life. Not necessarily easier, because you need that friction for growth, but definitely sets you up better to handle difficult challenges and outcomes that inevitably will always arise through life. Because nothing is smooth sailing ever, and I don't think I'd ever want anything to be smooth sailing, because without that, there is no element of personal growth or learning about yourself from that perspective. So
yeah, and I guess for me, with the injury that I went through, I was fortunate enough that in those moments where I was ready to give it up, the rehab for the injury still had to happen. So I was still putting in work to get it back, because I needed to get myself back, even just for daily life and daily function. And I guess as the positive momentum built along with the rehab, I was like, oh, we're on here, boys. We could be back. And like I said, in those moments where I was ready to give it up, I still had to put in work to get my body to a certain point to be able to live, because I was in a pretty bad way for a bit there. But I guess as that structure kind of developed into the program, I started to see how much I benefited from the ongoing challenges. And I guess the challenges within the rehab got harder and harder and harder. And I had a barbell then sitting on my back, and then I was like, oh, we're actually back. Before I knew it, it had been 8-10 months, and I was back on the bike and going again. So there were plenty of moments where I was ready to give it up, but there was a lot of sneaky work happening that I pretty much didn't respect enough, and then was there, and I was back, which was unreal. And along that way, I think what was good about that was that I was able to kind of celebrate those small little wins every single week within the rehab journey. It might have just been that, like, I could do a bodyweight back extension or something like that. I keep getting these memories come up on Snapchat of me just like really celebrating being able to touch my toes again or something like that. And I'm like, man, that was so minor, such a minor little win, but deep in that moment, that's what got me through. And when I was able to touch my toes again, I was like, okay, well, maybe what's next? And then the next week I might have been able to do a plank or something like that. And it was those small little wins that kind of got me along, and before I knew it, I was back, and yeah, here we are. Should we touch on Melbourne and what we did a few weeks ago? Because I know we touched on that.
Yeah, we can touch on that for sure, I reckon, 100%. I guess, you want to talk about it, me to talk about it, or?
Yeah, both. I got the mic in the middle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, effectively, yeah, the Para National Championships were held in December last year in Melbourne, and I guess we had experienced some setbacks early in the year, but the thing that we knew we needed was time to kind of just continue to adapt and get better and believe the journey and what we were capable of doing, and where we knew we were truly at, we weren't able to put out early in the year last year. And then there was a period throughout the year where we were kind of just training and going through the winter grind, but without a lot of direction and clear goal setting, which I really require myself, as I enjoy having a goal and something to work towards. And I like that structure, so to me to not have that throughout the middle of the year, it was a bit of a struggle. And then, you know, we went through some difficult times, but we were able to work through that and come out that better for, I feel like. And then we both stayed the course and continued to believe in what we knew was capable between the two of us, as well as a pairing. And the weeks were ticking by, we kept getting better, the belief started to grow, and then when we kind of came to that final prep leading into nationals, we again touched on that delayed gratification point of we're going to get that reward in however many weeks time it was to nationals. And then eventually we got over there, and the belief was so strong between us that we knew we had done everything possible. We'd done the 99%ers, we'd done everything, all the training, all the work, but more importantly, our minds were in the right place, that we knew that there was no option but success. There was no doubt that we weren't going to perform. It was just a case of actually, let's go out and do it, and let's actually, you know, prove not only to everyone else but also to ourselves that yes, we are actually capable of doing this, and we know what we're capable of. And that was a big moment, but it was also a moment of relief and satisfaction that like we actually did do it. Like we achieved what we set out to do, which was ride the qualifying time for World Championships and the Paralympics as well. Again, nothing is confirmed, it's all still to be determined, but we put ourselves in a good position that is a possibility. And then I think that's exciting, which is part of the reason why I want to document our journey over the next several months, is because we could be doing something that is quite special. And I think from my personal perspective is, in 2018 I made a video talking about the Commonwealth Games in the Gold Coast, and how I was inspired by all my friends and what they were doing, what they were achieving at the Games, while I was back home in Perth training for whatever competition I had coming up. And then in 2022 I myself then went to the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, and I didn't document that journey leading into those games, and I kind of like, there's a part of me that regrets not doing that. And I guess this time around, nothing is certain, nothing is guaranteed moving ahead, but I know where we're at, I know what we've got coming up, that I don't want to look back and say I wish I did this or I wish I did that. I want to look back and say, yep, I did everything that I wanted to do. So me documenting this is documenting that journey for however long it goes for. Ideally it does go all the way to the Games, and that's the belief and the intent that I've got and we've got, that we're driving towards. But I guess that's where we're at from what's happened in Melbourne. And had a solid gym session this morning, touched on a lot of good things, and the plan is to show gym coming up as well. I'm just going to tick off a few boxes first before I can get the filming done in the gym. On the way to the track now, and then doing some standing starts today. It's pretty straightforward, just in the gate, go out as hard as we can, and then we've got a couple of motorbike efforts to finish off. And that's what we've got coming up. Anything else you want to touch on?
You rounded that off absolutely beautifully, mate. I think now's a good opportunity to head over to the track and see what we can do over there.
That's it. Time to send it, so we'll see you out of track for the first effort. Alrighty, standing starts, pretty straightforward. In the gate, go out as hard as fast as we can, working on technique and timing. On race gear, we've got two quarter laps, half lap, and then a MAC 250 to finish off the set, 2 sets, and that's us done. Let's get stuck into it. Good.
creek?
Yeah, it was only a slight creak. I felt more wheel slip.
Yeah, like start finish.
Yeah, even coming out of the gate, felt a little bit of wheel slip, but still felt good. Like, considering we haven't done a start in, what, 3.5 weeks, it still felt pretty solid. All right, we blew the cobwebs out of that one.
Yeah.
Still good.
Timing, Kane? Yep. A little bit earlier. Yep.
All right. We go fast now. Done. I dipped the bike a little bit on that one. That's my. Said I dipped the bike a little bit, like I lost on one of the pedal strokes. That's my bad.
I didn't feel it.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was just a small little bobble, but it was all good. Like I think it's good that we feel. Well, it feels like this. Starts in 3 weeks, and you know, legs are pretty cooked from gym this morning. So yeah, I mean, like it was. Yeah, I mean, like it was still quick what we did before, like near what we were doing before nationals. So I'll take that any day of the week. One more to go. Then we're in the MAC. We'll give it a big rip, eh?
Half?
Yeah, half lap. It was a better reaction, that one.
Yeah.
Right, half lap. Yep. Done. Nothing like a mid-set distraction, eh? Nothing like a mid-set distraction.
Alright. Good practice.
Very good practice. Hey? Here, attached under my neck. That was a solid 3 starts. Now we've got an MAC 250 from the start finish line, and all we're trying to do is replicate the back half of the start lap, but not replicate the back half of the start lap, but take out the initial load and torque that's required coming out of the gate. So we're rolling at 25, give it a big rip, let's send it for a lap. Let's roll. And hopefully the camera doesn't run out of battery too. Yep. Next lap. It's time. And go. Down. Done. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Same again.
Big dog on there. Yep.
10 inches bigger.
Same processes. Yeah. Same speed. Just pushing pedals. Yep.
It was certainly bigger. Still felt good. How's that?
Man can steer a bus.
I'll park the truck anyway, don't worry. Yeah, it's definitely bigger, but it's still pretty good. Like, we definitely got room to keep moving it towards where we want. No, I know we're not racing on it, but still, I want to try to still go as fast as I can on that gear, because then, yeah, we'll go quicker. We come back down, but yeah, like Kane said, I think it's those first 2 pedal strokes just really.
You can see that, yeah, it's like not for you guys when you just past the start finish line.
Then it starts moving a bit more, yeah. I did feel the cranks like move a little bit in that first pedal stroke, but didn't feel it after that, so it was fine. Done. That one felt good. So that one felt good. Didn't feel as big as the first effort. I mean, it's still big, but it's not.
I got on top of the pedals better.
Yeah.
Second pedal stroke.
Yeah, like
I think I got a bit caught going into the second pedal stroke, and I just felt like I had it right at the top.
yeah. I really emphasise the like the initial movement and then trying to recoil the bike, like get through that first pedal stroke a bit pretty quick. I think once it gets going, it feels good, but it was pretty stable. I'll have a look what the time was, but I feel like it'd be pretty decent. That one was way better.
Yeah, way faster.
Yeah, it was like 2/10 quicker.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
Let's do that again.
Yeah. Actually not that far off what we did the first set, time-wise. 8.3.
Right. Let's do that again.
8.3 off reaction. Yeah, that one's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
That one was like 2/10 than the first effort. And not too far off what we did on the first set, on the 120, yeah. Like still a tenth and a bit off, but we said 2/10 and we were there, so. Yeah, that's it.
Sounds good, Matty.
Yeah, no, boys. Let's go. So you did ride it like you stole it?
Did right like we stole it, yeah. But just do the same again, coming out the gate with that intent, steal it.
Emotions chasing down the street.
Steal it again.
Shop merchant, what are we in, like 40s?
What else do you call them? Bike man?
Done. Boys are on. Felt good again.
I felt good. I felt like we had a little bit of fight together.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was. I couldn't figure out what it was.
yeah. I don't know. I probably got a little bit aggressive
Right.
with the bike.
A bit of movement underneath me.
Yeah, it was only a little bit, but I don't think it threw us off or anything like that. It was another super solid set of starts, 10 inches over gear than what we race on, and got within a few tenths of race splits, which is pretty good. Now we're finishing off with one more MAC 250, and that's us done for the day. Then we'll wrap it up, send it home, and get some recovery in.
whack shit.
Hey, it's the heat's getting to you.
Yeah. Going silly.
Oh my God, my legs.
We'll be over very soon.
Yeah. It's been a very solid day today.
Big day in the office. What a beautiful office.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah, we got this.
We've done this before.
Felt good on Friday. But yeah. Last effort, finished strong.
Yep.
And well-earned protein shake at the end of this. Let's go.
Big celebratory shake.
Celebratory shake, yeah. Yep. Next lap. This time. And go. Down. Done. Ooh. Job. Oh man, you got anything to add?
Great first session. Great first. You get
Yeah. It's filming.
great first session back.
Felt this little bit of confidence today, leading in. As soon as I got here and got the pain out of the legs, I just felt like it was going to be good. Came out of the gate, was feeling really strong for the first one. And we know we can build from here. We know we're a lot faster. Go from here.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, 100%. I reckon. Ooh, like you touched on. Honestly, legs didn't feel great. Rocking up today. There's the amount of food that we've been eating as well. Like, stomach just feels a bit full, but that doesn't stop us from training and doing the work that we need to. And yeah, it was a super solid session today. And if we're already here now, we'll be well above where we think we'll be in another 10 weeks' time. So keep the momentum rolling and go enjoy some recovery.
Yep, absolutely. Keep pushing every session.
All right, let's go.
Good stuff.
Ooh.